Today we are sanctioning Ben-Gvir Smotrich and Ben-Gvir.
Inciting violence and encouraging illegal settler attacks against Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. These are the reasons why the United Kingdom took an unprecedented step on June 10th and slapped sanctions on two senior Israeli ministers, Israel's National Security Minister Ben-Gvir and Finance Minister Ben-Gvir Smotrich. The sanctions were coordinated with Canada, Australia, New Zealand and Norway. Both ministers have been banned from travelling to these countries, and any assets they may hold there are to be frozen.
Well, these two individuals, Ben-Gvir and Smotrich, have been inciting violence against Palestinian people for months and months and months. They have been encouraging egregious abuses of human rights.
This marks the first time Western allies have imposed sanctions on sitting Israeli cabinet ministers over actions in the occupied West Bank.
If you were to say 3 years ago that Britain, Australia, Canada would be imposing sanctions on two Israeli ministers, a country, a state that historically they'd seen as an ally, I think, I think most people would have laughed. It would seem so crazy, but this is where we've arrived at.
While some see the sanctions as progress, political affairs professor Samuel Arian says,
"These sanctions appear to be motivated not by the thousands of Palestinian civilian deaths or the genocidal intent behind Israeli policies, but by concerns about the Zionist regime's deteriorating global image. It is merely a political gesture aimed at placating growing public outrage. It sidesteps the deeper, systematic issues at play."
Under international law, Israeli settlements in the occupied West Bank are illegal.
But we have now seen with this Gaza situation how we have more than 50,000 innocent individuals whose lives have been lost. And we can see no end to this. And many are calling this a genocide. So what we need to see is further actions.
The move comes as violence in the occupied West Bank continues to escalate and as international efforts to secure a ceasefire in Gaza remain fragile. Also at a moment when Europe is at odds with the Trump administration, which publicly urged a reversal of the sanctions. Will more European countries follow suit?